Hello, and welcome to the Sweet Southern Sports Podcast, where we talk about SEC sports. Today we'll be focused on the Vanderbilt Commodores and their 2025 football season predictions. So, keys to a strong season is that Vandy believes. So, last year this team just seemed extremely motivated at SEC Media Days. Um, Probably says that they want to win a national championship. He's just so pumped up. All these players just believe they can compete with anybody, and that's going to be huge for their season. Pavia as a playmaker is going to be huge. That's their quarterback. He's really, really good at just making things happen. It's going to be super, super key that he can make some clutch plays and clutch moments. And then Vandy really needs close games to swing the right way. So when it comes to Vandy's schedule, obviously they have a very tough SEC schedule. With that comes a real need to step up in big moments and have things go your way in close games. So looking at the schedule, they do start off with Charleston Southern, so a nice little easy win to start off. But then they have at Virginia Tech and at South Carolina. I believe these are two of the toughest places to play, especially so early in the year when both of these teams will have so much hope and so much expectation. I do think the Vanderbilt Virginia Tech game will be a classic. I think it really will come down to the wire and it will be awesome. But I do see Virginia Tech finding a way to win in front of that crazy crowd. As well in the South Carolina game, I think Lenore Sellers will take control of the game and bring the Vandy's record to 1-2. Georgia State and Utah State, I do give Vandy the wins here. They'll obviously start to focus as their rosters aren't crazy, but they do return 9 offensive starters and 8 defensive starters. So this is not a young team. They know what they're doing. They're experienced and they're very physical, so they should be able to get these games out of the way rather easily, going 3-2. Then they have at Alabama. Bama's not going to be tricked this year. Vandy stunned them at home last year. They are not going into Tuscaloosa and winning this game. Alabama will be ready for them. So the record goes 3-3, and they have their bye week. Coming off of that first bye week, they have the LSU Tigers at home. I do think LSU has one of the most explosive offenses in the country. I think they're going to be really tough. I think LSU beats them pretty good. Against Missouri, I do have them beating Missouri in an extremely close game. I think this one comes down to the wire, but Vanderbilt's going to find some of that Pavia playmaking magic in this game. Then they are at Texas. Texas was a close game last year at Vandy. I don't think it's very close this year. I think Texas takes care of business and they understand what Vandy's coming with this time. And then versus Auburn. So Auburn coming into Vandy. This one is tricky. This is one of those games that Vandy may sneak up on Auburn, but I do think Auburn's the much better team and Auburn will find a way to win. So again, this brings their record to 4-6 at this point in the year. And then they close it out after a bye week. Again, having a late bye week like this can be rough, but we'll see if it helps them. They have Kentucky. I think this will be a super close game. Kentucky coming to Vandy, but I think Vandy finds a way to win. But then at Tennessee, this one's going to be huge. This will be for a bowl game for Vandy. Tennessee is obviously one that Vandy cares pretty heavily about, being their home state. They're going to want to say that they control Tennessee. It'll be Pavia's last game. I really think when it comes down to it, there could be a little bit of Vandy excitement in this, but Tennessee is going to beat them pretty good at Neyland. So it will come to the end of the Vanderbilt season with a 5-7 record, 2-6 in conference. Their best case scenario would be to go 8-4. This would just be come from literally winning like the Virginia Tech game, the Auburn game, and then finding some way to win one of the Tennessee, Texas, LSU, or Alabama games. That would just again be some of that Pavia magic coming into play. So when it comes to it, 8-4 is the best case scenario. 3-9 is the worst case scenario. I see them being Charleston Southern, Georgia State, and Utah State, but every other game on their schedule is definitely losable. So that would bring them to 3-9. But I think they come out with a 5-7 season. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please like and subscribe and feel free to comment and look out for the next video.